Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today's episode is dedicated to Joe Sousa from the Tiverton Happening, not Happenings, plural, Tiverton Happening, singular, Facebook page. I was going to take a day off making videos, but then I came across this little piece of hot news, and I think I found a correlation of why this is happening, and I think it links back to me. And Joe, I am sorry. I think that I might be the root of why this is happening to you. And we're going to get into exactly how that could be right now. So, Tiverton, when you drive down Main Road, Picasset Cemetery, we all used to go sledding there when we were kids. Down out in front, we've had a memorial out there, and I remember seeing this for years. It's been there the entire time I've been clean, so I can literally say as long as I can remember, right? So I'm 7 years clean right now. Right, 7 years and what, a week? 7 years and a week. Um, so I recently found out that this was privately funded. This wasn't this artifact or artifacts were not curated by a committee or a curator for this graveyard. They're actually publicly donated or privately donated. I meant by Joe. If you can see in the background of that photo, his truck. What's that? Maybe a pre-50s GMC. I don't know. I'm not really a truck guy. I'm more of a motorcycle guy, which we're gonna get into. Well, anybody or any of my friends, anybody that knows me personally knows that I am an avid uh, Harley Davidson in particular, but motorcycle enthusiast, right? And you'll see right now, I've got these killer tan marks, right, going down my arm from my T-shirt all the way to my glove line, right? And why would that be? Because I've been on my FLH all weekend. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into why I think that this correlates a little bit deeper. So I had seen a post go up by Mr. Sousa, and this is what it reads here. So the asshole Tiverton town administrator sent the police to my home to tell me the war memorial I have set up for at least 10 years has to be moved. I have received thanks from to the many veterans over the years and the cemetery committees. Oh, okay. Uh, so I guess the cemetery committees did allow him to put this out there, but it was privately. He privately donated it. Right? It's his motorcycle. Right? He owns it. The difference this year is Chris Cotta is mad and using the police to get back at me. What a jerk. Mr. Souza, me and you, I believe we have something in common, right? I believe my biological father has that same thing in common, and I believe a lot of other people in Tiverton have that same thing in common. And long story short is police retaliation, right? The start of this series here was about police retaliation. We've gone over police retaliation at the high school. We've gone over police retaliation in a couple different areas over in Tiverton, including private affairs, being divorces and stuff like this. I think that many people can agree that they've had an officer at least once in their life that's been involved in something, right? And they give their girlfriend their business card, and they're like, "Oh, and I wrote my personal cell phone number on there in case you ever need anything." Right, and you're sitting in the back of the cop car, like, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck you up," you know what I mean? And I think that even those people can agree to these kinds of things, right? So, moving down to the comments, we see that there are just tons and tons and tons of people. Actually, let me put that back up, um, just in case, right? If anybody wants to read it, you know, a lot of people are saying that they feel bad. A lot of people are saying that they really enjoy that monument. A lot of people are saying that, you know, as avid motorcycle enthusiasts, that they enjoy that monument. Um, you know, this is one of those things. It doesn't cost the town a penny to have that thing out there. This gentleman wants to donate it to us, and that's exactly what's happening here, right? So, as they say, no harm, no foul. and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Um, but why? Why are you guys targeting this man's motorcycle, right? And I really believe um, what's happening is that these videos here only get shared to my personal Facebook and this one particular group, Tiverton Happening. And if you're watching this video right now, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts you found the link on one of those groups, or a friend sent you the link that they found. Not one of those groups, with that one group or my personal Facebook page. And with that, I think that, he says that this man, Chris Cotta, is mad. So this is Chris Cotta. He's our town manager right now, or town administrator, whatever you want to call it. He's the man in charge. He's the one that Mr. Sousa's claiming is mad at him. He came out of retirement, which seems to be a growing trend for town council. I mean, people are like, we take a retirement package and we go back to work. But it's okay, though, because it's town council. You're not allowed to do it if you're flipping cheeseburgers. But if it's town council, it's cool, right? And the work that they're doing is no different than any admin or any office worker, right? If you were to answer a couple phone calls, maybe do a couple interviews, whatever, answer a couple questions. This guy's resume is beefy. I was telling my wife before I even made this video, I was like, I don't know if I want to mention this guy's name, right? And with my background, with my PTSD with cops and everything, I was like, look at this shit. The guy even worked for Newark. He was like, what, chairman of the board, right? That's like Newark's like the underwater naval something shit out in Newport, man. My friend Matt's dad worked there, and he used to make bank. And he wasn't no chairman of the board, I'll tell you that. Man, director administrating at the AG's office, right? The guy spent like 30 years working with the AG. This is what I mean. I'm a little nervous airing this one. Right? But my brother-in-law scoring town council. Right? Putting him right shoulder to shoulder with this guy. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing right now, they're getting hundreds of views. People are talking. I get people in my inboxes constantly. Right? A lot of people don't like to comment publicly and stuff because they don't want to get involved, but they like to quietly send their encouragement. And I'm sure a lot of people watching this right now can agree that, even if you haven't been one of those people with me, that you've maybe had an experience like that with somebody else in your life, right? And I've been seeing a lot of that with this, and it's fine. I'm not knocking, keep the love coming. It's in my inbox. It's wonderful. Either way, keep it coming however you guys want to send it. But this shows right now that they rub shoulders, right? And what I'm doing is very public because of the attacks being very public. There's no way for me to filter out and know exactly what kind of inboxes or whose inboxes that they were in, as well as Kayla's public stuff on Twitch and whatnot. So I'm responding now very publicly, right? But this shows their relationship, right? And they can't censor my freedom of speech, so they can't do anything about this here page. Right, so what can they do, right? And they're going to try to now censor or mess with this young man, turn the nuts on him, make life a little difficult or uncomfortable, whatever, as a way of, okay, if he stops letting me share, right, on his group, because I don't have a Tiverton group of 1,200 people, right? So if he stops letting me share on his group, that means my voice can essentially be muted just a little bit. And I think that's where the nail is being driven. You know what I mean? And we all know that these problems, they started with my sister and my niece, right? Primarily my sister first. Nowadays, it's actually my niece, oddly, getting just real kind of like weird and spiteful and, sending the mail pranks, PetesPranks.com and shit like this. You know what I mean? Like, I never even got a fucking Christmas card from her. But they got time for all that, right? And finally, Tiverton, we've had an ongoing problem of these retaliations, right? Just like I opened this video with, it's time that we speak up, right? We the people. I'm no longer a Tiverton resident. I moved out to Coventry to get away from family issues, but yet still be close enough to my friends where I could still have them. The support network that actually got me clean. So they're like a 40-minute ride away if I want to go see them, which, is great on the FLH, don't get me wrong. Um, but right, so I wanted to be far enough away but close enough. Again, that's why I changed my last name as well. Retaliations. And, having people of power, as I've, talked about in these videos here, the Hydra, right? The multi-headed monster, right? And you have my mom with the boyfriend with the money, the millions of dollars. You got my sister with the husband in town council. She got the power. And you got my niece working on OnlyFans with all of her simp following, and that's the fame. Money, power, and fame, right? That's what I'm working against. And I'm very sorry, Joe, if you've been now caught in the crossfires because I've been using your Facebook page to liberate my side of the story. All right. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you very much, and I'm very sorry, Joe. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.